Hello and welcome to this video where we're gonna start by installing Proxmox in a server. To start off, we're gonna go to the website etcher.balena.io. There you're gonna see the download button where you're gonna click, and once you click that, it's gonna take you to the next page. You're gonna be able to see multiple ways to download. First, let's make sure that we verify what chip in the computer we're using. In this case, we're using an Apple M1. So we're gonna go back to the site and you're gonna select the download file that is specific for your computer. In our case, it's gonna be the ARM64. Now we have completed the download and we open up the application Balena Etcher. Once you open it, you're gonna search for the iOS file for Proxmox. You're gonna select the target, and once you select the target, in this case we already have the SanDisk or USB with enough space to install the iOS into the USB. So we're gonna checkbox the USB with enough space, and then we're gonna select next. Now once we select next, we're just gonna let the computer do its thing. You don't have to do anything, just let it flash the device and install the iOS. Let it run, let it sit, and wait until it's complete.
Music licensing reimagined.
Once the installation of flashing is completed, we're gonna take out the USB from the computer and we're gonna put it on the server. We're gonna reboot the server, and the first thing you're gonna see is gonna be the Proxmox screen. It's gonna say welcome to Proxmox virtual environment. There's gonna be an option that we're gonna be selecting, which is gonna be install Proxmox VE graphical. That's the option we're gonna be clicking. You can use a keyboard and select that option by pressing space. Once you click that, it's gonna take you to the installation window. It's gonna load. There's gonna be a couple of screens and a couple of things are gonna happen in the background, which is gonna be installing it in the server, and you're just gonna let it run.
Music licensing reimagined.
We're gonna wait and wait until we receive the IP from the DHCP server. A little more, and it's about to finish. There you are. Now that it's completed, the next thing that you're gonna see is gonna be a white screen, a gray screen, and it's gonna load with the user agreement, which you gotta set. So on the bottom right, you're gonna see the option I agree. So go ahead and click on or select with the mouse, I agree. Now you're gonna see where you're gonna select the target disk. You're gonna click on next, and then the country, the time zone. Make sure that you select where your best time zone is. For ours is gonna be Chicago, so we're gonna go ahead and change that to America ADAC to America-Chicago. Then we're gonna go ahead and click next. Once we click next, then here's where we're gonna create a password. We're gonna type any password that is best for us, that we're gonna quickly remember. And once we do that, we click confirm, and then we're gonna enter our email. This email is the one that you're gonna be using for anything Proxmox related.
Music licensing reimagined.
Next, we're gonna see the management network configuration, where you're gonna have the host name. You're also gonna have the IP that you're gonna set up, which I would recommend you to use a fixed IP once you go into your gateway or your router. Go ahead and configure that on your gateway. That way the IP is not gonna be changing for your Proxmox server.
Artlist.io.
For our server, we're gonna be selecting the proxmox.wbx-dev.net.
Music
Once we do that, go ahead and click on next, and the next screen that you're gonna see is gonna be the summary. So at this point, just verify everything is as how you want it, and you're gonna click on install. Just let the installation take place, you can go somewhere and just let it run. It can take a couple of minutes, so we're gonna let it run for a few more minutes and come back.
Music licensing reimagined.
Alright, the installation is successful. So now we already have Proxmox installed on the server, and we're gonna reboot the server now. Now notice that there's gonna be an https:/192.168.50.163 with the port 8006. That's what we're gonna be using to access our web UI through our browser. So let's go ahead and reboot it. Once the server is rebooted, you should see a blue screen like it's showing on the screen, and there's gonna be an option on the top left which is gonna say Proxmox VE GNU/Linux. Once you select that, then at that point the server is gonna load. This is gonna be the terminal for the server, which is gonna allow you to log in with the account or the user root. Then it's gonna allow you to enter the password. The password that you're gonna be using is gonna be the password that you created earlier in this video. Please keep a note on that password because it's also the password that you're gonna use to log in on the web interface. So here we're gonna be go ahead and typing up the root user and the password. And once we do that, then we already have access to the terminal. We're gonna wait here and we're gonna stop it now. Okay, so now let's switch into our browser. Now, remember that in the terminal there's gonna be an IP with a port number. Go ahead and type in the IP along, don't forget the port number, which is gonna be important for you to access the web UI. So once we type in the port, then we're gonna go ahead and press enter. The screen is gonna load. Let me move the terminal from the screen, and it's gonna look like this. Your connection is not private. Click on advanced and then click on proceed. So here we are. Now we have Proxmox web UI open. So this is it. These were all the steps that you needed to follow in order to install Proxmox into your server. Next up, we're gonna be doing a couple of small configurations to Proxmox, and then we're gonna jump into creating virtual machines. We're gonna be installing Linux, Debian, and possibly some Windows PC. So please follow and like this video, that way you can get alert for the next time. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.
Artlist.io